Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Vox Lux. Vox Lux begins in 1999 when teenage sisters Celeste and Eleanor survive a seismic violent tragedy. The sisters compose and perform a song about their experience, making something lovely and cathartic out of catastrophe, while also catapulting Celeste to stardom. By 2017, the now 31-year-old Celeste is mother to a teenage daughter of her own and struggling to navigate a career fraught with scandals when another act of terrifying violence demands her attention. This is a 2018 film. It is rated R. It runs an hour and 54 minutes. It stars Brady Corbett, Natalie Portman, Jude Law, Stacey Martin, Jennifer Ale, and Raffi Cassidy. Vox Lux. Well, boy, I think we could talk about this movie all day. It's one of those movies. Uh, the beginning, the tragedy that happens in 1999, it's a surprise. And it happens in the first 10 minutes. And when it happens, it runs with it. It's just like it hits you with it because you're just trying to enjoy a nice movie. And then, boom, this thing happens, and you're like, whoa, whoa, what kind of movie are we in for here? So, as shocking and as thrilling as the first 10 minutes are, it kind of goes on from there, and it turns into a movie where it can be compared to other movies. This kind of fits into the category of rich musician that's well known and has a great career, and they take their drugs and they get messed up and they almost throw everything away. They have a bunch of different incidents during their music career, and I mean, how many movies can you name that are like that? A million, right? We just had movie of the year, Bohemian Rhapsody. I love the Temptations. We're gonna get Elton John coming up. I mean, there's just movie after movie about this subject, and that's really what this movie encompasses: is Celeste being this image of, a very successful musician, but the story of how her life started as a teenager and got her into the business, and how she decides to handle things once she is in the business and for many years to come. So there's a lot encompassed in this film, and it's very serious. It's very fragile to talk about. It's very sensitive to certain people, especially if they had anything to do with the two tragedies that were in this movie, which I remember the second one. I very vividly remember that. I didn't know it was like a real, encompassed thing, but I do remember something about that happening. So I think the things that are okay to say about this movie are that Natalie Portman is a great actress and she gets to show it in this movie. She's not in the whole thing, but her moments to shine are truly something to behold, and I think people might actually strive and like feel as an honor to have a role like this, because Rami Malek shined in Bohemian Rhapsody, got Actor of the Year. Natalie Portman knocks this role out the freaking window, and she, if more people saw this movie, she should deserve something for it. It's just amazing to play a musician that, has these problems. I mean, literally, that's like the only musician movies we do get to watch is musicians that mess up their lives and take drugs and maybe die early. Maybe once we could have a movie about a musician who just does nothing and has a great career. And, I mean, is that so hard to ask for? But this is all we get. But so every time we have a movie like this, and somebody gets to play the main character, honestly, they have got to treasure that, these actors. I mean, this has got to be some of their best life's work. And so, honestly, Natalie really does knock this out of the park. And I'm very proud of her. I'm very happy that she got a great role like this. I don't think she's on the A scale of actors out there in the world, but this sure opens my eyes to what she's capable of. It really does help. Jude Law is honestly probably the most useless character in this whole movie. And I think anybody could have played that role, but maybe it helps the movie to have another name. It makes the situation a little bit more legit since they do have a name in that role of music manager. But I think anybody could have played the part, really. So obviously the girls are fine, like they don't have any character to them, but they do their part, they sing their song, and it's all at the beginning of the movie, so that's fine. Um, all the side characters and the whole business of the movie, it's pretty easy to be a part of this, but all the work that it takes to create these dance numbers and create all these things that say the band name Celeste and other things, all the press, that it takes, all the different roles they had to fill. This is probably a bigger movie than a lot of people think they would think it to be, and that's why it just came up on my list. And I doubt anybody's buying it in stores or anything. It's a very big production that deals with a lot of serious things, and I think it's really worth your time to watch this movie, to seek it out, to watch it. There's literally three big things that happened in history encompassed in this movie, and any movie that tries to tackle that many things is worth our time and worth our effort to watch, just to honor the memory of these people that have been involved in these tragedies. So that being said, I'm going to kind of switch gears here. I'm very tired of watching movies where musicians get to do whatever they want with their lives, like taking drugs and drinking alcohol and not eating and being emotional and yelling at people, and that's all we ever watch. I've kind of covered that already in this review. Now this movie, I think it could be very real to be a little mad at it, because this girl Celeste, the only reason why she becomes famous is because she creates a song about this tragedy that she survives. It's the only reason. There could be a lot of people in this world that I think it'd be a very legitimate feeling to be mad at somebody living off of their fame being that they survived a catastrophe. There's a lot of different ways to look at it. The one thing I'll say is that I think that God placed us on this earth, obviously, being religious, and I think that we are meant to be here for a certain reason. And if we happen to survive something that's, obviously God's will, then maybe we should just keep on going, living our lives. We're not supposed to take advantage of that situation. So if there is anybody out there that thinks that this movie's a little messed up, I sort of agree with you. That's all I'll say. I'm going to give Vox Lux a B. It's very well done. It's very serious. It's very eye-opening. The music's okay, but the acting is tremendous. And I very much enjoyed myself, and I think everybody out there should give this movie a watch just for how well done it really is, and it's sneaking behind the radar. So you need to kind of seek it out, and you need to really cherish it for what it is. A B for Vox Lux. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give something to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would, and enjoy your movies. Thanks.